I'm really delighted to be speaking to Whisky Girls Finland today. They burst onto the whiskeygram scene at the beginning of the year. I think actually maybe January the 1st, if my research is correct. And it is just the most fun account, and I absolutely love it in seeing their adventures. And they're based in Finland, funnily enough. I think sort of in Helsinki and nearby to Helsinki. And I just really wanted to have a chat to them and just talk about their friendship, their adventures, and I've got a road trip coming up in the summer and what they're doing and about whiskies. So perhaps you would like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Does Sana want to go first?
Well, sure. My name is Sana, and I actually live in near Lappeenranta, which is southeast part of Finland, next to Russian border. So I'm almost in Russia, but not really. It's 60 kilometers from where I live, so pretty close. And actually, I'm Salla's sister, so we're not all just friends.
New information. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I live in Helsinki, and my name is Maria, and we met with Salla through work. Yeah. So we work at the same company, so we do IT, and then of course, as Sana just mentioned, Salla and Sana are sisters. So then I got to know Sana as well, and we just noticed that we share so many things in common and have such a good time together. So then we just started hanging out, and the whiskey thing came later.
Yeah. We took a trip in the northern part of Finland, and that's how it all started, I guess.
No, I love the north. I've been there twice. I've been to Italy, and I've been to Ruka, and just to prove the point, I may be wrong here, but I'm sure I'm right. But I'm going to try and get this right. I'm trying to be Finnish here, but I'm going to say I think kippis with my traditional Finnish.
Perfect. Perfect. You are.
Yippee.
Exactly.
I'll have a little sip as well.
That's so perfect.
Yeah.
Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Well, maybe I didn't. So my name is Salla, and as Sana mentioned, I'm her sister and I'm Maria's colleague. And I work in IT. I live in, well, not in Helsinki, but right next to Helsinki. And, work and whiskey is my life at the moment, so...
That doesn't sound worrying at all.
No.
Let's start. How did you all get a love for whiskey, and especially in Finland, where there perhaps isn't a history of whiskey drinking?
Yeah, that's true. Well, Sana already, or no, it was you who said that we organized a trip to Lapland. It was, I think, late December, beginning of January, right?
No, actually it was in November, but that was the first.
Oh, that was the first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we took a trip and kind of to escape Corona. Lapland is a stunning location, of course, and you've been there, so you know, David. But we just we went to Salla's and Sana's cottage. They have an absolutely beautiful cottage in the middle of nowhere, in a place called Inari, which is actually close to Norway. So it has the most stunning landscape. And we were just kind of figuring out what should we do for a week. So we are very outdoorsy as people. So we were gonna go hiking, go to a sauna and just relax. Yeah. But then we were like, well, what else could we do? And of course, then we kind of all got to thinking. I was the Sana who said, should we drink whiskey or something?
Yeah. I think Sana has more history with whiskey.
Yeah, Sana is the most experienced of us. And I just remember us kind of deciding, should everyone bring a different bottle so that we can at least compare them and get to know whiskey a bit more. And then I think during that week, we just realized what a great match the beautiful outdoors is with whiskey. So we did our hiking, we climbed some mountains in Lapland, and we took a whiskey bottle there. So we just took a different whiskey bottle, and on the top of the mountain, we just, shared a dram together.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of the moment where we just realized, like, this is what we want to do. Like,
that was when we found out we actually like whiskey. But when we started our profile, Whisky Girls Finland, that was the second trip.
That was the second trip, when we were in Lapland again. With whiskey again, and people started asking us questions like, so what is this whiskey thing? Where are your, like, do you have more content somewhere? And then we were kind of surprised how interested people were of our, little whiskey club. And then I think it was Sana's idea to just like, should we create an Instagram just for fun, and a place to pull all the pictures that we've taken. And that's how it kind of started. So quite organically, I think.
So which one of you, because your account is just wonderful, because it is just fun. And you do lots of what some people might call crazy things. I mean, an ice bath, I do that. I completely get that. I was in Oslo 2 years ago. And I remember going in the sauna, in the fjord in Oslo, straight diving into the fjord when it's minus 10 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it feels good.
And it's fantastic, So which one of you is the most adventurous, has the most crazy ideas?
I think I think we are equally crazy.
I think it's Salla.
Yeah.
At least the ice swimming is her thing. And she just made us do it.
But you enjoy doing it though? You feel big?
Yeah, I love it.
It's addictive. I'm not sure what it does to your body, but you just feel so alive after that. You feel like, your adrenaline is pumping, and it's such a great, I guess it's good for your health as well.
Yeah.
So, people who do lots of sports, they do ice baths as well to recover, so your muscles and everything.
And also Sana said that she doesn't have any migraines anymore because of ice. So.
Interesting.
Because I have so tense muscles here, but when I get ice bath and then sauna, it kind of helps with those, so I don't get migraines anymore.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me to a question, because on one of your posts you were drinking whiskey in a sauna. Now, how long were you in the sauna before you started drinking the whiskey? Because if I'm in a sauna, I want a cold beer generally, not a whiskey.
Well, it's not the traditional thing. Yeah. It's not to bring a whiskey to a sauna, but actually, again, if you think about, we're not experts in whiskey by no means, but I mean the smokiness of whiskey and the smokiness of a sauna, they are quite well matched. So I think there is. And again, the sauna is like very, there's dim lighting. You go there, relax, and talk with quite a, quiet voice, and it's a very sort of, just a relaxing atmosphere. So I actually find that the whiskey works quite well in that sort of setting as well.
Yeah, it does. Even though I would prefer beer in sauna as well, but there is no place where you wouldn't drink whiskey, so.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I think I was interviewing one of the guys from Wolfburn, whiskey from Scotland, and he had a great line. He said, anywhere you go, if you take a bottle of whiskey, you've always got friends. So next time I go to sauna, I'm going to take some whiskey and some shot glasses maybe, and see how it goes, So I love the idea of doing that. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and there is something I think magical about having a whiskey in a beautiful setting, whether it's a sauna, whether it's on top of a mountain, whether it's in a forest, or of course, in a cozy place of your own home. But I think it just helps create memories. And I mean, I will remember the times that we had in Lapland forever through that whiskey that we had. I think that the first whiskey that we took to one of the mountaintops was Glenmorangie Nectar d'Or, and every time I have that whiskey now, it just takes me back to that beautiful mountaintop, that moment. That I don't remember. I just remember the beautiful sunset and all of us just being like, this is the life.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, what whiskey should be about, you know, about creating memories, drinking it together with friends. It's not about quantity, it's more quality.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and you drink it however you want. Like, of course, we drink it quite neat. But if you want to have water, if you want to have ice cubes, do whatever you want with it. It's about enjoyment. So, we have no rules for our whiskey drinking.
That is one of the reasons why we like to combine nature and whiskey, because we love nature and we love adventures. So whiskey goes quite well with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to, well, hopefully, if our borders are open, we're allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm going to Scotland for 2 weeks next month in June. And I'm taking my tent and I'm just going to go wild camping in Speyside.
Wow.
And just do all that.
That is your dream. Can you take us along?
A week first in the North Coast 500 on a driving holiday. Then my friends are going to drive back down here towards London. And I'm just going to stay up there and just drink whiskey and take whiskey photographs in the landscape. And I do a bit of triathlon as well. So I'm going to get on my bike, take a lot of whiskey with me in a rucksack and the camera, take some photos. And that would be just my happy place, I think. It's going to be.
Yeah, it would be our happy place as well.
I think we will be following very closely what you will do. But of course, that's a dream of ours as well, to go to Scotland. And we've been planning it a bit already, but we'll see when we get to actually, of course, the travel thing right now it's a bit of a question mark, but maybe next fall, in September.
Yeah.
So if we
photographs?
Sorry?
Who takes your photographs for Instagram?
Sana and I.
Well,
Yeah.
You need to take me along then, so I can get pictures of all three of you together.
Of course.
That's true. That would be perfect.
I'll be the Finnish team photographer.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We need that.
I love your ideas, you know. And one of the things I love about your office, you've got your little like go-kart type thing you've seen. Post. Looks an amazing place to work.
It is.
It is, yeah. I think the IT industry in general is very kind of, I think, open-minded. A lot of focus is being put on kind of the employee experience and people having fun at work. So like everyone at our office knows about Whisky Girls Finland and they're so supportive. So whatever time they see us like carrying, like today I was carrying whiskey glasses and bottles here in the middle of the office and people are like, oh, you just probably have a whiskey thing again. It's nice.
So you've got some whiskey at the moment. What have you got at the moment? What's in your glasses?
We've got these.
Do you want to show the?
I don't know how to say it. Can you see it?
The Matsui.
The Matsui.
So this is the first Japanese whiskey that we bought.
Yeah.
And of course we wanted to buy it as the cherry blossoms are currently.
I haven't had that one, but it's a really beautiful bottle.
It is, isn't it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all natural in its color, which makes it very pale. Not sure if you can see it, but it's super pale compared to some of the other whiskeys that we've had. Yeah. But
I would say it's quite easy as well.
Easy to sip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very easy going. And I guess it's it has been matured in Sakura cask. Not sure how to say that, but so in cherry wood, which is of course perfect, as the cherry trees are blossoming here in Finland currently.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tokyo in July hopefully. And so
nice.
You're traveling around.
It's work.
Yeah. Of course it's work.
I need your profession then. Scotland and Japan.
Yeah, well, I'm a photographer, so I'm photographing the Olympic Games. So it's pretty
That's cool.
So I'll go afterwards and go to some distilleries hopefully if I'm allowed to.
That's really
brilliant.
Nice.
Ah,
stories.
Well, you are our idol now.
I'm gonna show mine. I don't know.
So
I
That's
have
correct.
Yeah, I have this one because this is one we had in Lapland with us when we were in a mountain called Ailikas, and which means sacred in Sami, and that's why I chose this one, because I thought it was perfect for us telling our story and drinking the whiskey we had in Ailikas. And this one, I really like this one. This was a find because it's not like most expensive one. It was really good choice.
It was, yeah. We were surprised by the quality compared to the price. I think it was like 40 euros or something, which
it
is
was less.
Even less?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a 15-year-old as well.
Yeah, 15-year-old. Yeah. So it's an amazing dram. And I guess what I especially love about, having like an Instagram page like this is because you get so many great tips all the time about great whiskey. So you never have to think about like, what should I get next? You have like a, I don't know, 100-bottle list of things that you would just love to buy because you read so many great reviews, get tipped by things. So I think that's the fun part of it as well. Just learning as you go. And of course, you're never ready. I mean, you can never be, I think, done with, whiskey and have all the knowledge in the world. So it's like a process, like a lifelong process. So that's, I think, just fantastic.
Yeah, my history is actually as a sommelier, then had my own fine wine merchants, and then as a wine writer. And, I love wine. The problem is, you have wine, then you open the bottle, you've got to drink it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I've got bottles which are 10 years old. You can go back to like old friends and you can share them. And I had a friend here who's actually just emigrated to Vienna, and he doesn't like whiskey. And I gave him a flight of 7 different whiskies at the end of the evening. And I thought I'd build him up, and we finally got to a Lefroy. And I thought this would be interesting. He's really not going to like this one. He hasn't liked any of the other ones at all. And he loved it. He loved the smokiness.
I love Lafroy.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Good.
He complains, but you haven't opened up any of your top shelf whiskies for me, David. Why haven't you done this? So I think I forget what I think it might be an Aaron the Bothy, which is like 56% or something or other cask strength. He just sips it. Oh my god! Well, this is why I haven't given you anything. You're not ready for it yet. You need to build up to have some of this. But that's the great thing. I couldn't open up 7 or 8 bottles of wine at the end of the evening to share those experiences with someone.
Yeah.
You can, and it stays in the bottle, doesn't it? It's not going to change, dramatically. So it's a wonderful drink. But what's the availability like in Finland of whiskies generally?
Well, of course, alcohol is an interesting thing in Finland because we have a very strict jurisdiction around that. So actually, any liquors or strong alcohols are only sold through Alko, which is a state-owned monopoly around alcohol. It's the same thing for Sweden, for example. I think some of the other Nordic countries share the same kind of model. The benefits of having something like that is, of course, that I think Alko has a very large collection of whiskeys and other spirits as well. I think they're one of the biggest in Europe in sense of they buy in large quantities, so they can put a bit of pressure also on
the prices are not bad.
The prices are quite good for a consumer perspective, but of course you don't get that much of like really special whiskeys that are maybe from a smaller distiller or something like that, but of course being part of EU, you can order, for example, from Germany, which we've done some of the kind of more specialized bottles that we wanted to have. We've ordered from there. We used to also order from Scotland, but right now it's a bit difficult, so we haven't done that in a while. But perhaps we'll get that sorted out as well. But yeah, so it's what would I say? Like all the main brands you can find from here, but if you go to a bit of a smaller, specialized whiskey, then you probably won't have availability here, and you'll have to order it from somewhere. But it's not a problem. We can do that.
Well, even if there's like the main bigger whiskeys like Highland Park, but there's smaller quantities like the special bottles. Like I would love to have those with like Tor or Loki or something like that, but they're not available in Finland. But we have like the main Highland Park whiskies. And well, I would love to have those special bottles. They released awesome bottles, and maybe one day I will get those too in my collection, because I love Highland Park for some reason.
Well, perhaps we should just start trading. I can send you some Highland Park. You can send me some Finnish whiskies to try.
That's a good deal. Yeah, we'll do that.
We have really good whiskies in Finland now.
We have,
a few,
and I think we're very proud of them. I mean, I think it's amazing that such great quality whiskeys come from here. So really love them. Yeah. So I think there are like 4 main ones here.
Yeah.
One of them is Helsinki Distilling Company. Then there is Kyrö, of course.
Yeah.
Teerenpeli, and then Valamo, which is a monk-owned distillery. So I think those are maybe the 4 main ones, and I think that maybe for like international markets, you can probably find Kyrö,
which is a rye whiskey.
Really good. Rye is very big in Finland, although you have lots of rye bread, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the most typical, I think, thing to eat in Finland is rye bread. So it's kind of ingrained in our DNA somehow. So rye whiskey is, I think everyone should be making it, because it's such a great match to kind of Finnish traditions.
Yeah.
And we absolutely love the Kyrö.
Yeah.
Rye malt. A bit too much, maybe.
Never too much.
Yeah, it's featured on our page quite a few times. So
yeah.
And you guys, you're doing a tour of Finland, a road trip, are you? In summer.
In July.
In July,
yes. We are visiting all these whiskey distilleries.
Yeah.
And
if they'll have us.
And one in Norway as well.
Yeah. There's is it the northest in Norway where we're planning to go?
Yeah. Yeah. The most northern distillery in the world, I believe, is situated in Norway, quite close to the Finnish border.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go there as well. Very exciting.
How long are you gonna go away for?
We don't know yet.
We have no idea how long will it take us.
Yeah.
Someone has to drive. Then we have the whiskey Twinkie.
Well, no, I saw on your Instagram page that you like a nice bearded Viking. So why didn't you hire a bearded Viking to be your chauffeur for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Hire someone to drive us around.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one in our Insta page is my husband, and I think he would be happy to chauffeur us.
I'm very. I literally shaved off my beard this morning. Actually, I was like, the sun's coming out. I thought I might get a bit of suntan on my side. I've generally got a little bit of stubble, but your husband, a very handsome man.
Very handsome.
I actually haven't seen him without beard ever. We've been together over 10 years, but I have. At this point, I'm too afraid to see him without beard because I don't know what's going under there. I have no idea what's going on. And he's actually the one who introduced me to whiskey, because he and his friend, they have this group called Whiskey and Metal, because he loves metal music, and they have these meetings with his friends, and they love to drink whiskey and listen to metal music, and that's why we had a whiskey bar in our wedding. So he's the one that got me into this, and I'm so happy that I have my sister and my friends joining me because I don't need to be part of his friend group and just listening.
Anymore.
Yeah, I have my own friends now.
I have my own whiskey club.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, as you guys progress your Instagram account, I think all the brands will be crying out for you, and you're going to get some huge sponsorship deals, and, you know, the ambassadors for, you know, whoever, and they send you around the world to give talks on the whiskey.
We'll see, but it's like,
you don't want to market to me, a middle-aged man, you know, the most bunch in the world. You got some younger ladies. Well, how perfect is that to introduce it to that whole sector? So, you know, I think what you're doing is just brilliant. And the brand, I'm sure you're going to start getting just pallets of whiskey being sent to you.
that's heaven.
That would be nice.
Send them over. No, I mean, I do think that you bring up an important point, which is, of course, that it's great to see other females rocking it in this industry. I mean, there's a lot of women drinking whiskey, but also making whiskey. One of my favorite personal distilleries that I absolutely love, and I think we all love them, is Nicknan. They are a completely sustainable distillery from Scotland. There's a female founder there. I think just doing an amazing job, and there are lots and lots of more, I think, just females who are part of this industry, and I think that's the way how it should be. I mean, whiskey is for everyone. So if we in our own way help to break some of those old stereotypes that are still around, I think we are more than happy to do that. Because I mean, it's not a man's drink, and it's not a woman's drink either. You know, anyone can drink whiskey, and of course, it might be harder to start drinking it if you don't know where to go. And I think also that you don't need to be, you know, that knowledgeable about whiskey when you start off. You can just see what you like, and there are no rights or wrongs. You like what you like, and again, I think with the taste profiles, like, you taste things through your own experiences. So if you taste a particular thing in a whiskey, then that is true for you. So you don't need to be, you know, worried that I'm not tasting this, and it says here on the bottle that I should be tasting apricots. I mean, it's I think we're very relaxed about our own kind of whiskey drinking. So we like to, I guess, break the boundaries, not make them.
Absolutely, and I think that's very true, because whiskey, I think we just mentioned before we started recording, it can be very, very, you know, analytical, and do you know what's the point? You know, if you've got a single cask, it's 30 years old, you know, you're going to spend some more time appreciating it. Ultimately, you've just got to enjoy it, and whiskey should be fun and, you know, enjoyous, and just, it's something to be shared as well, and something that's very easily, you know, shared. And I think you're sharing your passion for is very, very infectious, and it's going to be, I just can't wait to see your posts. You know, it's like you need to your jobs now and actually become full-time whiskey Instagrammers and produce lots more content.
Influencers.
I'm not sure that'll happen. But
ideas.
And I think the main thing is about just having fun. And again, I think there's so much for us to learn. So I mean, I love reading expert reviews on whiskeys. It's not that I don't appreciate that sort of knowledge that people have, but I think you just have to be true to yourselves, and we've just started off. So for us, this is just about fun and finding out things that we enjoy drinking and then sharing that with others. So I think for us, as long as it's fun and it's, you know, relaxed, then that's kind of how long we'll do this. And you never know what happens in the future. So it's good to have second options on your career as well. Maybe whiskey could be one.
And we don't like to focus on like reviews, because for us it's just what we drink and what we experience, and the nature is the main thing beside the whiskey. It's just not about the just whiskey. And I think that what we love to do is to match the whiskeys and the seasons changing, because we have like 4 seasons in Finland, and whiskeys go so well with the season. Like in winter time, more bold and smokier, and well, not like dark, but it's quite dark in Finland, so we like to match with the kind of like bold flavors with it. But when it's summertime soon, well, it's kind of summertime now, it's more fruity and light and sweeter whiskey.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and those whiskeys may not be perfect for winter time when they're more like for summertime. And I think it's fun to notice those things with whiskeys. It changes with the season.
Yeah. And that keeps it super interesting as well, because you can always just, you know, switch things along. And who's to say if, you know, in Finland it is rather, you know, cold sometimes during the summer as well. So maybe you do want to have like a bit of Lefroy during a cold summer day or something. But, you know, essentially, it's great to have those different seasons and just like Sana said, like move along with your palate as well, just like you do with wine as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And also, you know, food as well. You know, it's a huge thing which hasn't really been explored, which I'm gonna try and do if I can. But listen, thank you very, very much indeed for your time, everyone. You know, Whisky Girls Finland. Get on Instagram, follow them, because there's nothing not to, because it's just an absolutely brilliant account, and you've actually looked forward to seeing their posts and what they've been up to and how creative they've been. So thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, David. It was so nice talking to you.